The narcissist does a lot of strange things, but if I had to choose one thing that they do that is so nasty, evil, horrible, you know what I would say that is? Gaslighting. That's what I would say it is. I would say that this is about gaslighting. So this is about the top toxic thing that a narcissist does. This is what I'm going to talk about in the video. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today I'm going to talk about this top one thing that the narcissist does, and that is gaslighting. If I had to choose anything that is so destructive and so nasty and so abusive, I would say that it is the gaslighting. I mean, how can you do this to someone? You basically blatantly lie to their face. You change the perception of that person's reality to fit yours. And you are conscious that you're doing it because you want them to think and do a certain thing that you want them to do, or you want them to think or see things from the way that you want them to do. Like, I mean, what is that about? Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation tool, and it's the worst thing that you can do to someone. And what it does do, the sad thing is that it leaves you doubting your own reality. And you start to think like, I never used to think like that before. I never used to even see things from that perspective before, but you do now. And I'm going to talk about how you can protect yourself from this if you find that you're in that situation, or how to spot it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's start with the basics. It's emotional abuse. It's psychological abuse as well. And it's where this person manipulates you into thinking or questioning your reality. So it can sound like, oh, do you know what? You're overreacting. That never happened. Oh my God, that never happened. What? I don't know why you're saying this. You are imagining things. Oh yes, you are imagining things. So might come out with statements like that. So can you imagine someone that you love, someone that you care about, someone that you've been in this relationship with, or maybe it's a family member, or maybe it's even a friend, someone that you have trust, that you care, that you are kind to, and then they say these statements. You're gonna believe them. And that's why this is so abusive, because you are gonna believe those statements and think, oh, maybe I am overreacting. Maybe I am being a bit too sensitive here. I don't know, maybe I should just leave it. And then what that does is it creates this loop of thinking. And then you know what? You spend so much time thinking, is this real? Is this a thing? So why do they do it? Why does this person do it? Because it gives them control. They can dictate the narrative. They can make you believe something that isn't real, and they avoid accountability. This is the ultimate tool to dominate, to control. And what it does do is it keeps you dependent on them. So let's have a look how narcissists actually gaslight you. So first thing that they will do is deny the truth, deny reality. They'll flat out deny things that have happened, and they say that they haven't. Even if you have proof, my friends, even if you have proof and you show them this is what's happened, they'll still deny it. That's not what I said. Or they'll say, oh, that's wrong. I never did that. Again, you'll go back to question yourself. You'll go back and have a look at the evidence that you've got, that you are blatantly showing this person. And you will question yourself. The next thing that they will do, or another thing on top of that, is that they will twist your words. They will tell you what you said, or they will take a word out of context and they will start to blame you. For example, if you express some sort of emotional feelings or anything like that, they might come back and say, well, you're being too sensitive. You're over-exaggerating this. This is not what happened. The other thing that they will do is they'll rewrite history. Oh, yes, my friends, they'll go back in time and re-explain it to you. They'll reframe the whole thing so it looks like they are innocent. Even if you confront them about a broken promise, they might say, I never did that, or I never said that, when they blatantly did. Again, this is going to cause confusion and cognitive fog. So you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to overthink this. And even if you've got proof, you might not even believe that this is proof. They're going to invalidate your emotions. They're going to make you feel like your emotions are wrong or excessive, and that you're literally out of control. For example, they might say to you, you're being irrational. Why are you making a big deal out of nothing? This not only undermines your feelings, but it makes you question whether they are valid at all. And what they will also do is they'll project their actions onto you. So they will say things, okay, they'll blame you for things and say that it's you when really it's them. So for example, they might say, well, do you know what? You're a compulsive liar. I don't know, why have you made this whole scenario up? You are a compulsive liar. Or they might say, you're a cheater. You're cheating on me. I wasn't able to get hold of you. So that means you are with somebody else. You're cheating on me. They accuse you of doing the very thing that they are doing. They love this tactic. They love this one. So how does gaslighting impact you? And I feel like this is awful because, again, this is why I think it's the worst thing. Because what it does over time, it erodes your self-trust. Because when someone that you trust, that you care about, is telling you that you are getting things wrong, or you're too excessive, or you're too emotional, you're too something, okay, this makes you question yourself and you think, well, what actually is wrong with me? Why am I behaving like this? Why are things happening like this? You feel like there is something deeply wrong with you. So then you become to disconnect from yourself and you don't trust yourself or your emotions anymore. It causes emotional instability. You're constantly anxious. You're constantly overthinking, thinking about things like, did this happen? Did it not happen? You're constantly thinking about scenarios. And this can make you feel so emotionally unstable. But again, what it does do is it makes you dependent on the narcissist because you want their validation. You want them to make this go away and feel okay. You don't want to upset them because you don't want to be upset in this relationship. Of course you don't. So you're always looking to them for validation. What happens is also there is a loss of identity. You lose yourself in all of this because, again, you're not trusting yourself. You don't believe in what you think. So you lose your identity, you lose who you are because you cannot connect to yourself because of the constant stress and the anxiety that you're experiencing. You just cannot feel like yourself. So it makes it really difficult for you to be able to have a grasp on what really is going on and see through this. And the other aspect of this is that you will appear to be codependent because you're relying on that person because you want this to be okay. You don't want to be in this pain, okay? Because it's uncomfortable. Let's face it, it is uncomfortable. So you're going to be looking to that person to give you the validation, to give you the attention, to take this hurt away. And that's how you become codependent on them. And this further entrenches this trauma bond that you have. So how do you protect yourself? The first thing is you need to recognize the signs. Recognize when someone is gaslighting you. Use this video, the points that I've talked about earlier in this video, to kind of have a look and have a kind of understanding of what gaslighting really is. I know that there's so many other videos and resources over on YouTube, but do your research. If you have a little inkling, then do your research and find out if this is the case. The other thing is I need you to trust your intuition. If you feel like something's not right, then it probably isn't right. Set boundaries. Protect yourself. Do this because this is going to help you go forward. The other aspect of this is don't argue. You're going to argue with them, you're not going to get anywhere. You're trying to get to some sort of a solution, but this person isn't looking at solutions. They're looking to control and manipulate you. So you wanting to talk about this, don't do it. Don't argue. Don't try and justify yourself. I would also seek for outside validation. Don't just get the opinion of the narcissist. Seek or try and find somebody else's opinion on this, because this will give you a kind of a balanced response or a different point of view. And this can also help you to identify certain aspects of this. Gaslighting is one of the most toxic tools that the narcissist uses on you. And I feel like it is so bad that this person does this. It's awful. It really is awful. And it is heartbreaking and it's a way of controlling you. Learn to trust yourself, learn to trust your judgment and use your intuition. If you are someone that is going through this or you think someone else is going through this and you would like to talk to someone, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I've also go live on this channel every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time. So come on over. I'd love to see you there. Guys, if you have found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.